I'm sure you've seen creators online making thousands of dollars selling digital products. And maybe you've been thinking, okay, but what do I actually sell? Now, most people assume digital products are just PDFs or ebooks, but what if I told you that digital products can be physical too? Here's what I mean. Hear me out. Print on demand is a form of digital product. You design it once, and everything else printing, shipping, packaging is handled automatically. No inventory, no post office trips. You run it all from your computer, and you won't have to worry about those pesky tariffs either. Today, I'm going to show you how big the digital product menu really is, and we'll focus on finding what's hot right now. And then we'll get creative using one of Printify's best features, personalized products. I'll walk you through how to find what's selling, how to recreate it fast with AI and Printify, and launch your store without ever touching a product. Now, just so you know, today we're going to be using Printify as the tool to bring this all to life. It's free, it's fast, and it's made for people like us who want to start selling online without any tech headache. You'll find all the links to set up your free Printify account in the description and the pinned comment. And if you want one-on-one help from picking products to building digital offers to setting up the whole business, you'll find a link to work with me down in the description as well. Here's what I'm going to walk you through in this video: how to find real products people are already buying. We're going to reverse engineer what's selling right now on Etsy. How to use AI and Printify to create your own version fast, no design skills needed, no experience needed. How to launch your store in under 30 minutes using Printify's pop-up store, and then how to scale it to Etsy and Amazon. So stay with me, watch this all the way through, and by the end, you'll know exactly what to do next. First things first, you need to find a winning product. Let's head over to Etsy.com, search for something broad just for this test, like funny t-shirt. Click all the filters, select the star seller, and then hit show results. Here's the trick. Go up to the URL, change the star seller part here. We're going to change this to best seller. So if we just remove this star part, we put best, this should work perfectly. Perfect. Now, that's going to show us the real-time proven best-selling products. So now that we've got all the best sellers here, let's check one of these out. Let's come down here to this one, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's pretty funny. And over here, you can see the bestseller badge. It says this item has had a high sales volume over the past 6 months. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We don't want super old listings. We want something that's kind of been moving for like a couple months, right? We don't want something that sold a bunch 2 years ago and is not selling anything now. And here to the right, you can see that it's currently in 11 carts. So that means people are buying this. So this is an easy way to find what works, because here you're seeing the style that works. You're also seeing that people are currently purchasing this. And what you can do is use AI to recreate the graphics in any style. Now, here's the next step that most people skip. You hop into Printify and open up their product catalog. They have their own bestseller section. You can filter by category, and you can compare that with what you saw on Etsy. So let's say both Etsy and Printify are showing strong demand for a specific product. Now you can use Everbee, a Chrome extension on Etsy, to validate, is this product getting high search volume? Are their recent listings performing well? What's the review count versus the age of the listing? Now, if you see a high selling product with recent traction and low competition, you can recreate it with Printify and you're in the game. Also, I put together a free print on demand product research guide that walks you through this exact process, how to spot what's working and apply it in Printify. You can download that in the description below and follow along as you build. If this part feels overwhelming, or if you want help picking a niche or building a store that makes sales, that's exactly what I do inside of my AI Vibe Marketing Accelerator. I'll guide you through product selection, branding, offers, and more. No pressure, but the link is below if you're curious. So now let's cook a little bit. Let's build a product using a very cool feature that Printify offers, which is a customizable product. All right, so we are in the bestseller catalog inside of Printify. I'm going to come down here to the filter. I'm going to filter this by the category home and living. We're going to see what we can find here. Now, mugs, we could do stickers, we could do these canvas, the towels, but I want to try these scented candles. Now, I'm not picking this for no reason. If we come over to Etsy, we'll see that there are these candle listings, like this Father's Day gift for a dad that says, "Dad, light this when you fart. Love, Adam," which I think is funny. It's got 29,000 views. Now, the months here, it seems like they've been listed for a while, but I just want to show you guys how you can create a customizable product. And this is one I think we're going to be able to start with. And we're going to add this to the store that I created last time. Just know that with Printify, you can create a pop-up store in seconds. Now, if you want to see how to do that, I'm going to make sure to leave a link up at the top of this video to that video so you can see the process of creating a pop-up store. It is very quick and you can sell directly through Printify without having to pay any fees or charges to start selling. So I've already selected the scented candles, which is this product here, right? These scented soy candles. And the cool thing about this is it comes with different scents. So let's say you want to have a couple candles that are cinnamon vanilla scent, a couple that are Atlantis whisper or coconut cream, or maybe one of these scents is really popular. Let's come over to the editor here, and I'm going to show you guys what you can do inside of Printify. Now, Printify does have AI options, so you could just generate the art for whatever product you want to generate or create, sorry, inside of Printify, right? But for this, I think we could keep it simple because I really just want to make a part of this customizable. And in Printify at the moment, you can personalize text inside of products. So you can't have your customers personalize images on products yet, but I'm sure they're going to add that in soon. But you can personalize text. So what I'm thinking is that we create a candle and we just have like a option to plug in the name of a person and then a message on the back end. And maybe it'll be funny, just like this Father's Day candle here, something like that. So what we're looking at here is like the label that's going to go on the candle. So let's come over here to the top right, click on this little icon with a pencil and a ruler, and that's going to open some options you have to edit, right? So below this, you can change the color here with the background color, and I'm just going to change it to like black, something simple, something kind of elegant, right? Black always works. And over here, we're going to go to personalize on the left. So this icon right under the AI icon is the personalize icon. I want you guys to click on that, and we're going to add this personalized text option. So we've added the text here, but we can't see it. That's because it's black and the background is black. So let's come up here to this icon and change the font color. We're going to change this to just white. Let's just drag this all the way up to the top. There you go. Perfect. So we've got our option for people to customize. Now, my idea here is pretty simple. I'm going to take this, I'm going to change this to something like this, right? So they can see that that's where the name is going to go. We're going to make this smaller like that. And we're going to think of a message to add to the back of this. So this is the label I've come up with so far after experimenting a bit. Here in the center, you can see this message, chill vibes only. And I'm just trying to like touch a little bit on meme culture. And then the top of this is what's going to make this so special, right? People will be able to change the name here, right? So it'll say Bob's chill vibes only, Mom's chill vibes only, Dad's chill vibes only scented candle. At the bottom, there's a little joke. It says, warning, if this candle is lit, the vibes must be chill. So this is just a example, but I'm going to go through the process of creating this. Now, let's say you wanted to edit this and do something like this. Over here to the left, remember, you've got options to upload your own designs. You can use AI. You can personalize this here, right? So you can add text to personalize into your graphics. You can add text, which is all I did here was change the background and add this text in here. And then you've got graphics, you've got templates that you can upload, and then you can use Shutterstock. You do have to pay for that, and Fiverr, right? So let's preview our design and see what it looks like on a product. So let's go over here to preview. So here we are inside of the preview, and we can now see the mock-ups of our product. And this is when we start to see it come to life. Now, I think people sleep on the mock-ups all the time. You could definitely take these mock-ups and use them to create content and post across socials. I think if this message is funny enough, and if the product is funny enough or eye-catching enough, or offering that kind of solution to your audience that they want, or something that they want, they're going to definitely share it. I love seeing these just because it's like your creativity is now coming to life. But the product is basically done. And the concept behind this was we wanted to make it personalized so people could change a part of it and you don't have to worry about doing anything, right? They're going to be able to get in there and change that themselves. So I'm going to save this product as is and let's see what the next step is. All right, so it looks like it's adding it to my store. Perfect. And I think it's ready to go. So if we want, we could start publishing or we can create another product down here at the bottom, right? I'm going to click on start publishing. And here it says your new listings are optimized with AI. How can it help you? Improve title, description, tags for SEO, making it easier for buyers to find your product, unique content per listing, create and publish listing faster, right? So all these cool AI plugins into Printify, making it much more powerful and much easier to use. So now I'm going to confirm that. And let's see what we get here with our listing. Here at the top, you're going to see that we have our mockups ready to go. And this one that has this primary label with the star is the first image that shows up in your post. So if you want to change that, because I think it is very important, you could always click on one of these images, for example, star this image, and now it is my primary image, right? Now below this, you're going to see the listing details, all generated by AI. I didn't even have to do anything. I think it did a great job with the title. It says chill vibes candle, personalized gift, relaxation candle, home fragrance, cozy decor, scented candle for self-care. Perfect. Down here, you see the description. It also did a great job. It included the product features, the care instructions, and below this, you're going to see the personalization option, which is new. And it's why I'm trying to highlight it here because I think this is awesome. But I've already updated this here. You're going to see a generated message here. What I put is use only names and nicknames and keep it short and sweet because of the graphic that we were working on. I don't want them to put like a whole sentence, right? Just a name or a nickname. You can also limit the characters down here. And then you can set up your pricing, your publishing settings as well. But basically, you're done. We come down here to publish on the bottom right, click on publish. If you've been following along with the process and you've made it this far, congratulations, you've made your first product. Now here you're going to see a message that says it usually takes a few minutes to publish a product to your store. In the meantime, why not create some more? And above that, it says here, the most successful shops have 10 or more products. You might be like, oh no, how am I going to make 10 products? The beauty of where we are at today with artificial intelligence and these types of easy to use tools is that you can make 10 products in one day. I just showed you how you can find best-selling products like this one, right? I showed you how to build a product inside of Printify, and it's quick and easy. And you may be like, okay, well, you showed me how to do this, but how do I create graphics? I'm not a creative person. Here's an example of what you can do. And almost anyone can do this today because the tools are getting so good is we come over to a tool like ChatGPT, you slap that reference image in there and you say, please analyze this image, identify the style, and write me a prompt to emulate that style. Experiment with your prompts always. I'm just doing this quickly to show you guys how fast this is today and what you can do with this, right? So here it's giving us a style analysis. It's giving you a prompt style to emulate that. So let's see what it does. If I take this that I didn't even write, it's basically just giving me the prompt to use. I throw this in here and I say, generate me, because this says draw. So let's do generate me a drawing of a group of silly anthropomorphic vegetables in a childlike crayon style standing together in a playful parody. And the whole idea with this is not to rip designs completely. It's to take styles that are working and things that are working and use that to your advantage and these tools so that you can do this all day. So let's let this image generate. We'll take a look at it in a second. After 2 or 3 minutes, ChatGPT actually takes longer than most other tools that I use for generating images. Google has great fast tools for that, but ChatGPT is awesome in the sense that it can grab the text, you can really work with it, and it is like top notch. It's one of the best. So here we can see that it has emulated the graphic, right? It's given us the style. And it's not even using the peppers. It's not even using the messaging in the image because I didn't want to do that. I'm not saying to rip things off. I'm saying use this to understand what's working, what's not working, and to build your product around what's working. And you could do that all day. The only thing left now is execution, and I know you can do this because I did it in the past without AI. There's never been a better time to start doing this. You have these powerful tools and systems that you can start applying to help you scale and grow your businesses online. So a big thanks to Printify for sponsoring this video and honestly for making it ridiculously easy to build an online business in 2025. Remember that you can try everything I showed you today for free using the links below and in the pinned comments. Also, don't forget to download the free print-on-demand product research guide that's down in the description. It's going to break down what we talked about in this video. And if you want a full system plus one-on-one help to turn this into something scalable, check out the apply to work with me link in the description as well. Now, if you want to learn more about building your pop-up store, watch the video that's going to show up here on the screen, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.